Nick Sirianni literally almost just lost his job with that Philadelphia Eagles game right there. That was absolutely positively insane that you literally essentially put them in a couple plays away from field goal range. It doesn't make any sense. Just punt the ball. It made absolutely positive. It's indefensible. I honestly can't believe that a professional coach, a coach who won the Super Bowl, a coach who's gone to two Super Bowls made that decision. That's all anyone's going to talk about tomorrow. They're not going to talk about Jalen Hurts, who actually had a great game. They're not going to talk about that defense, who was great. Jalen Phillips stepping up big time. Jalen Hurts stepped up big time. Reed Blankenship. I mean, it's a shame that series of events overshadows the game, and honestly, it should. As someone who obviously believes a lot in what the Philadelphia Eagles can do, this this deserves to be ripped. I'm live streaming this game right now, and that's all anyone is saying is, "What was this? What was this? What was this?" I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. This was one of those really tough games that it was just clearly a lot of points weren't going to be scored, and it's all about game management, and that's where Jalen Hurts has grown so much. Jalen Hurts has grown so much, and that is where Jordan Love still lacks. I really put Jordan Love's fumble on him. He made that mistake to try to get the ball out when he should have just taken the sack. Jalen Hurts fumbled the ball, but it was an awesome defensive play, and it was bad luck that he landed on a Packer rather than the ground. But Jalen Hurts did great buying time in the pocket, had over 200 total yards, had a beautiful touchdown pass to Devontae, had that great throw on the run to Will Shipley. Saque Barkley, obviously taking it for 40, 50 yards on that big play, but right before the Devontae Smith touchdown. I think it was a little bit of an uneven game with Kevin Pulo. There was some moments when I was like, okay, that's smart, great play calling. And then there was other moments when I'm just like, what are you doing here? And then, of course, obviously the Nixie game management at that point. I don't know how you're supposed to feel after this game. I'll be really honest. I don't know how I feel after watching this game. It's always tough when I'm live streaming this. I'm watching everyone's comments go back and forth. We're all watching it together in real time. And yeah, it was just bizarre. It was bizarre. This was such a close game that any mistake is the difference in winning and losing. And for the most part, the Eagles really were not making the mistakes. The Packers and Jordan, the Packers and Love were you, and the Eagles defense was putting tremendous pressure on Jordan Love and that Packers offense. I mean, it was really Josh Jacobs who was just muzzling through 21 carries for 74 yards. And better believe that every single one of those yards was just him doing everything he possibly could to get through there. They held Jordan Love to 20 for 36, 176 yards, 4.9 yards per attempt, and 68.8 passer rating. Jordan Love definitely missed some throws, which the Eagles were, on the fortune end. But then they also came up with some unbelievable plays. So it's going to be interesting to go up against the Lions right now. Now, I do think that the Eagles and the Packers have each other's number, especially the Packers defensively against the Eagles. I think they actually had the best defensive stance against the Eagles in the playoffs last year. A lot of people talk about the Rams. Oh, the Rams. The Rams. That was a close game. That was a game that they could have lost. And to me, the Packers defense did a beautiful job. And I remember after that game, everybody was like, what's wrong with the Eagles? What's wrong with the Eagles? What's wrong with Jalen Hurts? That's when there was a lot of conversations about the offense, even after they won that playoff game. And I remember I reviewed the Dan Orlovsky clip, and I was like, nobody was open throughout that entire game. And Jalen Hurts managed that game perfectly. Jalen Hurts actually played a beautiful game. I think that was a game where we had like 120 yards or whatever it was. And I was like, and that was actually a genuinely perfect game from Jalen Hurts. And that's pretty much the exact version of this game that we got offensively, at least. And so again, The fumble was obviously unfortunate for that, but I think I'm still trying to process. I think I'm still the end of game management. I mean, you punt the ball, they would have gotten the ball with what, 28 seconds left or so. Uh, and then they would have had to have gone 90 yards for a touchdown. I mean, like, just because you would have probably got the ball inside the 10, even if it goes back into the end zone, anything would have been better than whatever you just did there. I just don't know. I still just don't know. People are, I'm reading the comments now. People did not like Kevin Patullo. They're talking about, see what else other people are saying. They're really frustrated with Nikki, obviously. Um, was Siri trying to make AJ Brown happy with something? I thought that too, but I don't think so. I know it was a throw to AJ, but I don't think it was like, hey, we got to force the ball to AJ just to make him happy. Let's do it on fourth down right now. If it was a third down call and you were just kind of like, why didn't the Eagles run the ball there? Why did they throw on third down? They were just trying to make AJ happy. I could understand that this was just a bizarre play call and a bizarre just management of the game. I don't think it had anything to do with AJ Brown. I just think AJ Brown happened to be the guy that Jalen MT Stern too, and he almost caught it actually, honestly. So just I don't know, man. It's some games are going to be like this 10-7 on the road. Lambeau Green Bay's been good. Green Bay's been tough. Uh, it was funny. Grover, who's a big Dallas Cowboys fan, was like, "Oh, remember when the Cowboys hung like 35 points or whatever the final score was against the Packers? That was fun." And it was like, "Oh yeah, remember when the Green Bay Packers scored also 30 plus points against the Dallas Cowboys? I remember that, Grover. I remember that, Grover." So sometimes the way these games are won, you do want to see the Eagles play better 100%. You want to see the defense play better. Defense came up with some huge moments and huge stops. But there were a few gifts here and there, and you would like to see the offense be more resilient in these moments. You would like to see the offense be able to play a little bit more bully ball, but that O line was struggling. Lane Johnson in the lineup, getting Saquon Barkley any actual runs. I mean, if it wasn't for that big spin move play with Sequin, Devontae, or excuse me, uh, Saquon would have had some production, but like not this massive impact. And, that was all Saquon being Saquon. That ball, it was a okay play, a decent closeout speed by the Packers defender. I think if Saquon didn't completely spin move, it probably would have been just shy of the first down. Maybe if Saquon's able to muscle through, but you probably don't get a first down there. Probably just short. And then that's what then led to the huge play from Devontae. So when you really think about it, that spin move ended up having a massive, massive, massive impact on the game. And in a game management type of game, you got to be perfect. But you would like to be able to win this game without needing just the brilliance. In that moment, you would like to see them be able to chip away, move the chains without needing a pretty spectacular play. I know we all focus on that big, like, reverse, like, leap over defender. That obviously wasn't exactly that, but that was a cousin of that. I mean, that was a cousin of that. And you just like to see more moments that the Philadelphia Eagles put their big time players in positions to succeed and not always have the players put their coaches in positions to succeed. And Troy McMahon said it best is that the stars came out for the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's true. It was Jalen Hurts extending the play, making a big time throw, Saquon Barkley a big time play, Devontae a big time play, Jalen Carter, Jalen Phillips, like all of that stuff is true. And you just would like to see with a lot more reliability, the players get put in easier situations to succeed, and that falls square on the shoulders of the coaching. And I'm interested to see what they have to say about about everything. JCT says, and be sure to bring up the missed calls and how Nick Ray. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, JCT. Thank you very much. That's why I love you, man. And how about how they were talking about all the missed penalties, the tripping call by Micah Parsons? Are we serious right now? The The false starts, the missed holding calls. Yeah, exactly. But like Nick Wright said, when you watch a nationally televised game, they're always going to have some missed penalties. So I guess you just got to go with it. But who benefited from more missed penalties this game? Green Bay Packers. Who did it hurt the most? Philadelphia Eagles. Who did it almost have devastating consequences for? Philadelphia Eagles. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about this game overall and really how the heck this game unfolded at the very end? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.